Tugaloo State Park review with Mike and Lisa.
This is Goad country. Come on in and take a ride. Hey y'all, we are working our way through the state parks of Georgia. The Georgia State Park system is awesome and there are just no two ways about it.
In most cases, the staff are super friendly, the parks are clean, and it's obvious they work hard to keep it that way.
So as we review each of these parks, we are going to need a yardstick by which to measure each and every one.
Our reviews are based on campsite location, things to do, and atmosphere. And since we're homeschoolers, we love the A through F rating system, and we'll be using it for our campground reviews. You'll also find we publish a full tour video of the park so you can go discover the perfect campsite for you.
Our first category is campsite location. It is located 5 miles off of Interstate 85, right at the border of South Carolina in Livonia, Georgia. Tugaloo State Park is fairly easy to get to with Google Maps, and we had no major issues finding the park. Folks, this is a large campground with 105 RV campsites, and it was nearly sold out the entire time we were there. This campground is suited for any sized rig, and you should be able to find a decent campsite for whatever you are bringing.
For campsite location, we give this an A.
Our second category is comfort and facilities. This campground is made up of 105 RV campsites that include 30 and 50 amp service, water, and even basic cable service. We found that our Verizon cell service got great reception and we were even able to stream a movie with no problems at night. We were located in campsite number 11 in the first loop, and we felt that this area of the campground was the best for our needs. We wanted level ground, ease of setting up our patio, and access to the water, and an easy place to park. So far, we have had a lot of luck with finding level campsites at the state park. However, this was the first time I had to use a leveling block. It really wasn't that bad though, and we were level in no time.
The only small complaint either of us had was that the gravel size was very large and definitely could be felt through our normal shoes we wear. Most campsites tend to use the smaller gravel. We suspect it was either for water drainage or it was the only material that could be gotten in the COVID time we're in. There were 3 comfort stations, all included showers and laundry facilities, and were very clean and in good shape. We didn't test the showers this trip, so we cannot comment about the water pressure, but the camp hosts do a fantastic job taking care of the facilities in a very busy campground.
The roads were well paved, and I can't think of a single time I came across a pothole.
Some areas of the campground are more suitable for children riding bikes than others. There are a lot of hilly areas, and we might suggest that if that is important to you, that you might want to get a campsite near the playground, campsites 86 through 105.
The dump station is way cool. It's got 2 stations that are angled properly, but what's really awesome is something that I've only seen here and not at any of the other campgrounds. Each of the dump stations has a concrete channel that leads to the drain. It is angled in such a way that it moves the spillage directly to the drain, so any accidents you have will be easy to clean up. I really think this should become a standard at any campground that is able to install it.
For comfort and facilities, we give Tugaloo an A. The third category is things to do. The lake is clearly the big attraction here. We saw people fishing, skiing, boating, and we did little swimming. In addition, we found they had a beach, a volleyball court, tennis court, mini golf, huge kids playground, canoe rental, and places for picnicking, hiking, and bicycling. Outside of the campground, there was not much to do. So if you needed comforts, you'll have to travel to get them. For us, this was not an issue. We like it if there are lots to do in the park.
The closest dining that we could find was across the border into South Carolina, and that really wasn't that close. This is definitely a place that you want to bring everything to. There was a small convenience store that carried little items and spare propane tanks about a mile outside of the park, but that was about it. The gift shop was closed on Sunday, but when it opened, they didn't have much there. You are able to get your ice and your firewood there, but that's about it.
So for things to do, we give Tugaloo an A.
The fourth and final category is overall atmosphere. We found the campsites to be quiet and all of our neighbors were respectful. There were no loud parties and it was very nice. However, we were located in the first camping loop where there were fewer campsites than all the other camping loops. So if you were located in a camping loop that was more crowded, we're not sure if you would have received the same experience we had. For example, in the second loop, campsites 31 through 46, they were crowded and had a group of campers that were night fishers and were very active after hours with bright lights. So I'm not sure what it would have been like camping next to them. I will say that while we are not antisocial in the campgrounds, we do try to put as much distance between us and our neighbors as possible in order to get the quietest experience available. On the note of neighbors, I would like to say that everyone was incredibly nice to each other. We were camping next to a larger fifth wheel that was owned by a nice retired military couple. They were pulling in at the same time that we were. After we got all set up, they invited us over for a beer. So while it was quiet there were still opportunities to socialize. If that's really what you're into, it's there.
It was actually very nice that we got to go straight to our campsite and that you didn't have to physically check in. We did so over the phone. I hope after this pandemic that this is a feature they keep. So we give this an A for an overall atmosphere. And so with 4 A's, this is a solid grade A state park and we'll definitely be back.
In these videos, we will try to pick the 5 best and 5 worst sites in our opinion. And Lisa will include her favorite one. I don't get a favorite one. The 5 best sites are 3, 5, 10, 11, and 12. We really liked our site at 11. Our reason for choosing these sites were the access to the water and the space between the campsites.
Now I chose site number 66 as my favorite spot. Mike didn't necessarily agree, but I based it on it being a private mini beach, easy access to swimming with the kids, and not a lot of boat traffic there.
Worst sites are 68, 69, 70, and 71. Because they were very close to the road.
And yes, we know there is a water view there, but it really wasn't a big enough space for a large rig and all of your things. You nearly had to park on the road to have a porch area.
Also, sites 14 and 16 are at the beginning of Loop 1, and they're facing the road, and they have 0 water view. I honestly don't see the point of these sites at all. It's like you might as well be camping in the road.
So that's our review of the Tugaloo State Park campground. We hope you liked our video.
Thanks for watching.